When you look up at a massive skyscraper, what do you see? Probably just a whole lot of glass and steel, right? Well, what if I told you there's a hidden intelligence, a secret life, just humming away inside every single one of those towers? Today, we're going to unlock those secrets.
So let's get right into it. What secrets are actually hidden inside one of these modern office towers? I'm telling you, it is so much more than just a place to work. It's really a machine, a fortress even, and it's a huge strategic piece of the entire city's puzzle.
Okay, to really wrap our heads around this, we've got to start from the outside and work our way in. Because, believe it or not, before a single beam is even laid, that tower is already playing a role. It's a strategic tool for the whole city.
All right, secret number one. For a city, say, like Calgary or Edmonton, a big office tower is basically a revenue engine. Seriously, think about it like this. They pump out massive amounts of property tax money, but they use way fewer city services compared to a neighborhood with homes, right? They don't need schools, they need fewer community centers. It's just a huge financial win for the city.
And that's not all. Here's another one of its secret jobs. It acts as a physical buffer. City planners are smart about this. They actually use these huge buildings to create a shield. Picture this. You've got a noisy 24/7 commercial area over here and a quiet residential neighborhood over there. The office tower sits right in between. It's bustling during the day, but dead quiet at night. It's the perfect wall.
Okay, so we've seen the city planning side of things. Now let's zoom in on the building itself and how this whole thing actually gets put together. You gotta understand every single choice here, from the foundation all the way up to the rooftop, is dictated by a super strict set of rules and, the real-world limits of the materials.
And that rule book? Well, here in Alberta, it's called the Alberta Building Code, or the ABC for short. It's basically the law for anyone building anything. And its main job is pretty simple. Make sure every single building is safe to be in, healthy to breathe in, and, most importantly, protected against fire.
So the height of the building pretty much dictates what it's made of. For smaller, low-rise buildings, wood framing is king. I mean, why not? It's cheap, it's effective, it gets the job done. But the second you start wanting to build up, reaching for the sky, well, that's a whole different ballgame. You need a completely different kind of strength, and that's when you start talking about skeletons made of steel or concrete. And that choice, steel versus concrete, is absolutely critical, especially when you think about fire. Now, steel is amazing stuff. It's flexible, which is perfect for dealing with those crazy Alberta winds. But it has an Achilles heel: heat. Steel doesn't burn, but it gets soft and loses all its strength when it gets super hot. That's exactly why steel beams have to be wrapped in special fireproofing material. Concrete, on the other hand, it's a total beast when it comes to heat. It just takes it. That makes it the go-to material for protecting the most important parts of the building.
All right, so we've got the city's master plan, we've got the builder's materials. Now it's time for the fun part. Let's peel back the outer layers and really look at the anatomy of this thing. We're talking about its skeleton, its spine, and its skin.
Okay, the absolute heart of any high-rise tower is what's called the building core. The best way to think of it is as the building spine. It's this incredibly strong central column, usually made of solid concrete, and it holds all the vital organs. We're talking elevators, stairs, bathrooms, and all the mechanical guts that literally keep the building alive. And where you put that spine completely changes how the building works. If you put it right in the middle, that's a center core design. It's perfect for buildings with lots of different companies because it means everyone gets a fair shot at those precious window seats. But if you push the core over to one side, a side core, well, now you have one massive wide open floor. That's perfect for a single, huge tenant, like a big call center or something, that just needs tons of uninterrupted space. All right, here is one of my favorite hidden secrets. You ever look up at an office ceiling and wonder where all the stuff goes? The pipes, the air vents, the thousands of miles of wiring. Well, it's all tucked away in the sandwich space. That's the gap between the drop ceiling tiles you see and the actual concrete floor of the level above you. It is literally the building's circulatory and nervous system, and it's all completely hidden in plain sight.
So what about all that beautiful glass on the outside? That's called the curtain wall. And here's the key thing you have to understand. It's just a skin. It holds zero of the building's weight. It's not structural at all. Its only job is to seal the building from the weather. And these days, the glass they use is super high-tech. It's called low-E glass, and it's smart. It lets the sun's warmth in during the winter, but stops all your expensive heated air from leaking out. Okay, so the building is planned, it's built, it's got its skin on, but what happens when things go wrong, when there's an emergency? This is where the building's hidden intelligence really, really shines. We're talking about its reflexes, its life safety systems. And I'm not just talking about a few fire extinguishers on the wall. No way. This is a deeply interconnected web of systems that are all designed to kick in within seconds. You've got fire alarms, that's the building's ears and its voice. You've got automatic fire doors that slam shut to trap a fire in one area. Smoke control systems that clear the air in your escape route. They all talk to each other. They work in concert. They're the building's emergency reflexes.
And this brings me to something that is so important. It's a non-negotiable rule. These incredible systems only work if we let them. Propping a fire door open with a wedge, it isn't just a bad idea, it's illegal. It violates the Alberta Fire Code. That door is designed to automatically seal off a fire, and if you disable it, well, the consequences can be massive and they can be tragic.
And check out the level of detail in these rules, 1.5 hours. What's that? Well, if the main power goes out during an emergency, the building's emergency lights have to stay on for a bare minimum of 1.5 hours. That's not a guideline or a suggestion. It is a hard and fast legal requirement, and it's all designed to make sure there's more than enough time for everyone to get to safety.
All right, let's pull all of these systems together now. Because when you're in a modern high-rise, surviving an emergency means you have to think in a completely new way. A way that honestly goes against our most basic human instincts.
So let me ask you a question. A fire alarm starts blaring on the 40th floor. What's your first move? Be honest. Your gut tells you to run for the street, right? For pretty much all of us, the answer is yes. But in a truly modern, intelligent tower, that could actually be the wrong move, even the more dangerous one.
Okay, let me walk you through what's supposed to happen. Let's say smoke is detected on floor 25. Instantly, the building's brain kicks in. Step 1. All the elevators automatically travel to the lobby and then lock themselves out of service. You can't use them. Step 2. The HVAC system, the air conditioning, completely changes its job. It starts pumping fresh, high-pressure air into the stairwells, essentially turning them into a clean air fortress. See, the goal isn't to create a panic and send 1,000 people scrambling down 50 flights of stairs. The goal is much smarter. Have people simply move to a different, safe floor inside the building.
And this whole idea has a name. It's a strategy called defend in place. So instead of a chaotic evacuation down to the street, it's a calm, managed relocation to a protected area within the building. The building itself, with all its intelligence systems working, is designed to be the safest place for you to be in that moment.
So, the next time you find yourself on the 30th or 40th floor of an office tower, just look around. Think about that hidden concrete spine holding it all together. Think about that sandwich space right above your head with all the building's guts. And think about all those intelligent systems just sitting there, waiting to protect you. My question for you is, what are you going to see differently?